Hello. I'm jumping straight into this because I've recognised that life is too precious, and that I've realised this a couple of times, but it's only when certain circumstances happen that you truly recognise how much you take life for granted. Now, it could be part of the fact of a shock to a heart, or shock to your mind, or something like that. Maybe it was just Alec. Gotta love Alec. But jokes aside, I recognise that once again I've taken life too much for granted, that life is too precious, and whatever happens I need to live it to the fullest. I've done so much, and so much has happened, and everyone has their own experiences, so that shouldn't matter too much to so many different people. But what should matter is the principle and the idea of it, because everyone suffers with something, everyone struggles with something, but sometimes you don't realise how much that something actually means until it disappears. It's only when you lose something that you recognise how much it was worth to you. It's only when something so crazy and big happens that you recognise the situation you're in. Now, sometimes you don't mean to do these things. Sometimes you don't expect the situation to happen. But that's why sometimes you need to keep an extra eye open. You need to just keep your eyes open, I guess. There may have been a time when I nearly died. There may have been a time when over and over I've had the biggest shocks to my system. And everyone has those shocks in different ways, of course. But so when you realise what those shocks are, what they're meant to mean, and what they do mean, that things start looking a certain way. And something may happen and you may never properly take it in. But when you do take it in, you'll realise something may have happened a second ago, a minute ago, an hour ago, a day, whenever it is, but don't take it for granted. Don't take your life for granted. Now, I'm not saying every single little thing's going to be perfect. I'm not saying every single little thing you need to look out for. I'm just saying, open your eyes. For once, open your eyes. Because sometimes everyone needs to. Even me. And if anything, there's only a couple of things I want you to take away from this. First thing is, even when this thing hits you, whatever it may be, well, even when something hits you, unless you know you're deeply wrong, unless you know you're deeply out of the way, don't give up. Even then, even when you are wrong, don't give up. Do the right thing, though. Don't force anything, just do the right thing. Another thing, the second thing, remember, as much as your life is so short, sometimes some of that time needs to be spent alone, by yourself, or that person by themselves. Because in that time your brain will take a rest. But not just that, your brain, it's more likely to be calmer, it's more likely to reorganize things in the right way. And then things hopefully will begin to look a lot clearer. Now, I'm a diabetic. Like, some of you may know this, some of you may not. I'm a type 1 diabetic. I haven't had it since birth. Some people do. I've had it for a couple of years now. What? I want to say 3 years. Well, something like that. Let's see if I can find an exact date. But something around 3 years I've been a type 1 diabetic. And when I found that out, I was on the brink of the end of everything. And at that point I recognised so much, but nothing, sometimes in the worst of experiences, even in the worst of experiences, sometimes things don't sink in. And that's not always great. But it's only when you recognise something you care about that's not exactly yourself, it's affected, that you realise how much something means, or how much life means. Because that's what's important. We all know it is. This might be slightly more of an exaggeration, maybe not 3 years. Still quite a while though. This says 1 year, but if I look at the exact date, then it's about 2 years ago. So 2 years, not 3 years. It feels like it. But my point is, even when the darkest of things happen, when you're on the brink of even death, when you're swaying on that cliff from good and bad, from the light and evil, just take the path that you know is right. Now, that's easier said than done in some situations. But when something like this happens, you're affected, sometimes you can only see one path. To follow it. And wait. Be patient. Make sure you can trust yourself and trust the people around you. And make sure you can reach where you need to get to. You may be sad, you may be annoyed, or maybe the opposite, but just keep on going. And don't just do it for me, don't just do it for them, do it for yourself. Now, I've learnt the hard way, and sometimes it's hard to do. But when you focus, you can do it. You can do it. Especially when you recognise how much it affects people around you when you don't focus on yourself. So don't just do it for me, don't just do it for them, do it for yourself. That'll be all.